I'm out on my back patio tonight, so it might be a little noisy in the background. I did a screenshot of your uh, autumn road shot and wanted to show you a couple new options that I use a lot, especially for landscapes. Go to the brush. The brush gives you four options: dodge and burn, which is when you dodge something, you highlight the highlights. When you burn something, you make it darker. Dodge makes it lighter, burn makes it darker. And if I go all the way down to -10, I am darkening it. 5 is half as dark. You can erase it on 0, and then +5 is 5 increments higher, and then 10 increments higher or brighter. So, looking at your shot, I would want to highlight the yellows on the right side and some of the oranges on the left side. I'll show you how I do that. So I've got the dodge brush set at +10 right now. I'm going to zoom in and I'm going to just hit the yellows. If I want to see the progress I made, I go to the upper right hand corner where there's a frame with a line through the middle of it. If you press that, it'll show you what it was like. Now, watch the picture. You can see how I made a difference in the yellows. They stand out more. And then the other option, I'm going to clear out the yellows. I'm going to erase all those by pressing the X on the lower left-hand side of the screen. Now it's back to its original position. I'm going to show you what another option is you can do. I'm going to push saturation this time, and I've got it +10, which is as saturated as I can get it. So I'm going to make your yellows as yellow as possible. And I don't know if there's much difference between that and dodging those as I previous showed, but there are times when you want to use the saturation brush just to crank up your colors more. The end of the road, I like that patch down there. And all these oranges, since they aren't tapered with a lot of light like the yellows, I'm going to use a saturation just to make oranges oranger. Go up here. I'm using my Apple Pencil to do this. I love my Apple Pencil. But of all the things I drop my Apple Pencil more than anything. I can't believe how much I drop my Apple Pencil. So now you can see those oranges look kind of unnatural because they're kind of patchy. But I'll press the previews and you can see how much of a difference was made in the oranges. and I wouldn't be happy with that. I'd want to feather the saturation out, but I just did it that way to show you what it looks like. So I just erased that, and now I'm going to go back in and show you one more option, which is the exposure button. Now I've got my exposure all the way up. All that's going to do is, again, it kind of acts like the Dodge tool, but man, it really pours light on, as you can see. So I am going to pull that out, and now I'm going to cut down the exposure and see what that looks like. So here's exposure. Now we're down to 3. That may be suitable. That really lightens things up. Now I'm at the end of the road, lightening up the end of the road. So you can go around using that. The temperature makes it orangish yellower wherever you touch it with your brush or your mouse or whatever you're using, your finger. Or it may make it cooler, which is a bluer tone. I don't use that one very much. Now, the last thing I wanted to show you. Now, I'm going to save the colors on this. I use this next one a lot, and it gives your images a real dreamy look. Go to Glamour Glow, and you've got your filters, your styles that come up. Watch what happens when I press 3. Now, if you really like that effect, but you want to tone it down a little bit, you push the adjustment sliders. And right now it's on 100%. I'm going to bring it down some. So you can tone down the glow if you want and adjust it. But I use this quite a bit. It's got saturation and warmth. I don't mess with those a whole lot at this point. I do that on the beginning and edits. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, and then this is a cool glow, and this is a warmer glow. But I thought you'd get kind of a kick out of that. So that's it for tonight.